I wonder if they wanted to say it Lacuna or Lasuna. I assume Lacuna.
Even after 10 years, meeting your ex still feels kind of strange. Or maybe it doesn't if you don't still have feelings for her. And maybe it doesn't if the whole world isn't on the brink of war. I don't even know why I agreed to see Kat that day. My thoughts were still lingering on my work. My unit was responsible for the safety of one of the most important visitors Yara had seen in a long time. Joseph Banny, Foreign Minister of Drovia. Whatever came of his negotiations with our president could make or break the relationship between our planets for generations to come. Yet here I was, fighting with my ex about how often I should call my daughter, pretending that it mattered.
Hey, Efren, huh? Neil. You hear what I said? Sorry, got distracted for a second. Are you listening to the radio? Sorry, Cat. We were talking about Banny. This whole thing has really put me on edge. You haven't changed a bit. You know how important it is this time. Yeah, that's what you said every time. Let's go back to Laura. That's why we are here, right? I don't know what else to say. You never visit her. You don't even call her back. You're being unfair. I watched that awful movie with her that you didn't want to see. Come on, that was over a month ago. You have barely responded to her messages ever since. I don't understand how you can treat her like that. She deserves better. Honestly, I don't like spending time at our old place. What? Why? It reminds me of our life together. I guess. You never seemed to care much at the time. You keep telling yourself that, Cat. Sure, I'm telling myself that. We were never home. I was starting out at the CDI. None of us were ever home. Whatever. We've been having this discussion for a decade. Laura's a teenager now, and it would be good for her if she had a second parent to talk to. Good for me, frankly. Look, I'll try to do better. Great, but don't you go up to her right now then? She's home, and I won't be bothering you. I have an appointment. Yeah, okay. Really? Laura will be delighted. You have to go now. It was good to see you. You too.
As I started walking home, I felt angry at myself. Not for failing to show my daughter how much I cared for her, but for actually not caring as much as she would have deserved. At least that's what I thought I felt like at the time. I was under a lot of pressure due to Banny's visit, and I found it hard to think about anything other than work.
I have like no idea where we need to go, but guess it tells us. No. Been visiting already. Done. No. Hey, Laura. Oh, Dad. Hi. You're working on your new novel. Yeah, no. Please stop looking at the screen. It's still very rough. What are you doing here? But I will stop by to say hello. Haven't had much time for that lately. Did Mom send you? Kind of. Kind of, but she can't really send me anywhere. I came because I wanted to. Okay. So, how's that novel coming along? Did I ever get to read it? I'm working on a different text right now. I haven't had much time for the novel lately. I mean that writing contest, don't you remember? I made it into the second round. Hey, not bad. That's great. I have to knock it out of the park because I have to make it to the finals. All the finalists participate in a workshop led by Hannah Slater. That would be so awesome. Who's that? You don't know her? Seriously? She wrote the tree and the asteroid. She's the best. Sounds good. I'm sure you make it. At least one of us is optimistic. I need to finish this within the next 2 days, and it still sucks. I'll leave you to it then. Let me know if you want to go watch another movie. You did like the last one after all, didn't you? I hated it. Sure you did. See you soon, Dad. Look at the screen, Dad. Hello, Murphy's with his caps lock. Sector 2 incident, 40th anniversary. Garian News Network. News by Kevin Gustafsson. How are you doing, Murphys? Today marks the 40th anniversary of the tragic Sector 2 incident, which put an abrupt and permanent end to New Joran's colonization efforts on Drovia. Critical structural flaws led to a series of explosions in the colonial mines, which caused big parts of the residential tunnels above to collapse, resulting in over 1,000 deaths. An independent investigation concluded that the oversight of the construction projects roll it down, I was going to say. An independent investigation concluded that oversight of the construction process on the part of New Joran's public authorities had been dangerously negligent. Following public outcry and pressure from the interplanetary community, New Joran was forced to shut down its colonization project on Drovia for good. To this day, an addendum to the Space Travel and Planetary Protection Treaty of 1803 forbids the construction of another New Joran colony on Drovian ground. 55-year-old Mira Main and her husband Noah Main are among the incident's few survivors. Both were able to reach one of the few safe rooms when the explosion started rocking the colony, narrowly escaping certain death. Mira Main's parents weren't as lucky, however, she spent the rest of her youth as an orphan in her grandmother's care. As she tells GNN, she still suffers from PTSD to this day. Tune in tonight for our special installment when Maine recounts her memories of the horrific Sector 2. Oh, you are, huh? Okay. More news. So we played the first part was the prologue, I guess. We actually played through this event that happened. This is Mira. Okay, Benny's symbolic visit. Garion Daily. Commentary by Laura Nguyen. This morning, after a 6-week journey through space, the most important guest of this year's Interplanetary Trade Summit has finally arrived on Gara, Rovia's Foreign Minister Joseph Benny. As usual, Murphy's you just don't like having points. As one of the most radical critics of the Garian state and its colonial activities, Benny has been fighting for more economic and political autonomy on Drovia's part for a while. The central demand at the summit is expected to be Drovia's full emancipation from Garian rule. However, political observers don't expect President Robertson to give in to their demands. The Drovia experts in Robertson's ministry declared themselves against granting the colony more rights and liberties, especially in light of the Sabian Front's growing influence on Drovia. The Sabian Front is an extremist branch of the Sabian religion and is infamous for defending backwards, anti-scientific positions. Drovian independence would inevitably lead to a stronger influence of this group in our solar system. However, if Robertson doesn't want to escalate relations between our planets, he might be forced to find some compromises with Benny. Gonna buy cigarettes, huh? In a post-cancer time, smoking is a less lethal but still an addictive lifestyle for many. Cigarettes can be bought all across the city. The Sells Home tab lists how many cigarettes you have left. Choice is yours. Help Neil quit smoking or enjoy some nice views of the city over a cigarette. What do you guys think? Should we stop smoking or should we keep smoking? Make a poll or something? Okay. He just wins points, Murphys. And he said he loses. Psh. Liar, liar, pants on fire. So are we gonna continue or? I like the achievement, AFK. Okay. Don't buy cigarettes. We're gonna stop them. Yeah, that was a
I looked at my reflection in the glass and down at the layers of city below my feet. I wondered why I'd opened up to Kat about feeling weird at our old place. I didn't want her to think I still missed her. Maybe I did, because something still hurt when I saw her. Although it might just have been the memory of not getting something we wanted, of having failed. As good as we may be at making sense of things, there are some we can't work into the narrative.
Hey Steve, no, I never smoked in my whole life. No, it's our character in the game. You can make him continue smoking, or you can make him help him stop. Smart home. Welcome, visitor. Mr. Conrad is currently not at home. That's probably because I'm standing in the hallway. Would you like to leave a message? No, it's me, Neil Conrad. Perform another scan. Scanning is currently not possible. Please contact the system administrator for more information. Great, the scan is probably busted again. I should check myself. Maybe I got notified about it. People will message you from time to time. Select this tab to view your messages. Apartment code. Dear Mr. Conrad, I hope you read this message in time. Your building's ID scanning system broke earlier today and is currently under maintenance. As your apartment will not be able to identify you, you have to enter your backup key code, which is updated every month for security reasons. The current code is 9264. I will keep you updated on the ID system status. I apologize for the inconvenience and I hope the matter will be resolved shortly. From time to time you may be prompted to enter signals numbers into a keypad. Whenever the keypad symbol in the bottom right lights up, you can open it by pressing N. Once it's open, input numbers using WASD and E. So 9264. Welcome, visitor. Enter the correct pin, unlocking door. Hey, Gary. So, how did that date with your ex go? Perfectly. What do you think? Well, I hope it was worth ditching me. What's the situation? Our job's done for today. Benny and his staff are with President Robertson now. Tonight, they're invited to dinner with some fat cats. Things went over smoothly, nothing out of the ordinary so far. But god damn, Benny's guys annoyed the fuck out of me. They didn't miss an opportunity to call us colonialists. One more time and I might have punched them all in the throat. I'm just happy they are Johnson's responsibility for the rest of the day. Let's hope that we are all getting along better after the summit. Not so sure about that. Did you read the article about the trade summit in the news today? Yes. The one about Robinson not really planning on giving Benny anything? We've been saying that for weeks. Let's wait and see. What else do you think will happen? Rovian independence? You ask me, Benny shouldn't get anything at all. We built the whole colony after all. Anyway, the chief has scheduled a briefing tomorrow morning at 9. Don't be late. Copy that. See you tomorrow. Hey Horace, how's it going? Meet Horace. You happy? Glossary allows you to read up on important people and places if you need a reminder. So Catherine Conrad, my ex-wife, I still have her last name. Laura Conrad, my daughter, I don't see her often enough. Gary, my partner and direct superior at the CDI, Gary Long. Joseph Banny, Drovia's foreign minister and one of the fiercest fighters for Drovian independence. Sabian. Factions, the Federation. Strongest faction in the solar system spanning Gara as well as nations on Themis, Lore, and multiple moons. CDI. The Central Department of Intelligence of the Garian state, headed by its director and overseen by the Attorney General. Gara, my home, the planet where humanity originated. Drovia. Planet where the Garian colony called Sector 1 is located. Its inhabitants have been demanding independence. Millon. One of Gara's 3 moons, the first one to be inhabited. It served as a gateway for subsequent space exploration and colonization. Humans, the first planet to be colonized by humanity. Many private companies started their own microstates here. New Uran. First fully terraformed planet, the only real superpower besides Gara. Largest Sabian population outside of Drovia. The sixth planets eligible for colonization in the solar system. Okay, we're not gonna, but I was gonna see. So we're not gonna smoke them. We're gonna quit. Sit down, relax. Have nothing to read. Oh yeah, what does it say? Go to sleep. Okay. Take a shower. Let's go to sleep then. Gara, Louisville. Hello? Conrad, it's me. Everything alright? It's not. Benny's been shot. Huh? What? How? What's his condition? He's dead. Where are you now? He's dead? He asked you where you are, Conrad. Huh? At my place. I'll have someone pick you up. You know I don't... A 50-minute train ride. I'll be right there. Make it quick. Into the train.
Fuck. How could that happen? I didn't even dare think about the impending political aftermath. If this was indeed murder, it couldn't be. I hope there was a mistake. Maybe Gary had gone crazy. Maybe I was dreaming. Foreign Minister Banny's death could be the tipping point in the conflict between Gara and Drovia. This whole visit was meant to ease tensions between our planets. Now it could lead to war. The first interplanetary war. Fuck, Neil, snap out of it. You'll figure this out. Focus on the task ahead.
Oops. emails. Catherine Banks. Hey Neil, thanks for saying hello to Laura even if she didn't show it. She's happy you swung by. Talk to you soon, Ken. History to go, quick feed, article about Charles Fly. Over the past few years, more and more inhabitants of Drovia have been demanding stronger Sabian representation in the colonial government. But why is it that so many Sabians live in Sector 1 in the first place? Find out in today's History to Go. 1798, 1 year after Garak had kicked off the construction of Sector 1, a group of Sabians from New Yoren started erecting a dome of their own in a nearby valley. Sector 2 was supposed to be a new beginning and a new home for Sabians, who had experienced marginalization and oppression in New Yoren. Its economy would rely on the mining and the export of the Telenium, which at the time was just shaping up to become one of the most valuable resources in the solar system. In 1800, mere weeks after settlers had begun to inhabit the newly constructed colony, a series of underground explosions rocked the tunnels, causing thousands of deaths. To this day, the Sector 2 incident is the deadliest catastrophe in the history of space colonization. An independent investigation concluded that severe construction flaws were to blame. Some critics have ascribed the neglectful architecture to an anti-science stance inherent in the Sabian faith. The Interplanetary Court ruled that Sabian-led colonization projects on Drovia and across the solar system were to be halted indefinitely. In a controversial move, the court went on to grant Gara exclusive access to Drovia for 50 years. In the immediate aftermath of the incident, Gara provided humanitarian aid to the nearby colony, evacuating the survivors and tending to the wounded. The Garian government offered anyone who lost their home the chance to migrate to Sector 1 permanently, which many preferred to returning to New Yoren. The Sabian population in Sector 1 has steadily grown since, becoming the majority a few years ago. There you go, Conrad. Took you long enough. Hey, I was busy reading news. Evening, Gary. Fill me in. Seems like Benny was shot by a sniper when he was out on the balcony. His secretary was with him when it happened. Clean headshot. He was dead on the spot. The staff's pretty shaken up, but nobody else is hurt. Any developments since he was shot? Anything suspicious? No, it seems that the sniper hit their target and ran. I also asked the staff if they noticed anything unusual prior to the attack. The secretary and the priest said no, and the bodyguards refused to talk to me altogether. How come? Bunch of radical Drovian nationalists, conspiracy nuts. They're still in shock. Give them a moment, they're all traumatized right now. They're supposed to be professionals. Got to snap out of it. They keep refusing to cooperate. I'm taking them in for obstructing our investigation. This is Gara, not some lawless rock. Hold on, did you say priest earlier? Yeah, a guy from Benny's staff. His spiritual advisor and a somewhat prominent Sabian front member. The guy's fucking annoying. Polroy says he can barely keep him away from Benny's body. What's the priest trying to do? Fuck if I know. Some weird ritual. Anyway, we're trying to find out where the shot came from. It has to be one of the opposite high rises, but we don't know which one. I've already started looking into it, and I think we can pretty much rule out the casino. They ramped up security tonight because of the big fancy event. It would be near impossible to get a gun in there. Very stupid. You need to track down the perp as soon as possible. Get up there and give Young and hand. How about that? You realize how big of a shit show this is, right? Can't believe he got shot. What did we miss? I mean, we checked everything, kept tabs on everyone. Benny seemed to be in nobody's crosshairs. How in God's name could that have happened? Let's find out. Seriously, Conrad, better have quick results on our hands. If we don't, we will be the first in line to be out of a job. Yeah, and you know, there might be a war. Just get up there and find out where that shot came from. Report back to me when you're done. I have a few phone calls to make. Roger. There. Can't believe it. Neil, over here. It's always nice to see you, except, you know, the middle of the night and there's a dead guy on the balcony. Yeah, well, I call that Tuesday. It's Friday. For real, I'm glad you're here. Gary's been acting like, you know, himself. I'm just setting up my mobile lab and I could use your help. Our #1 priority is to find out where the shot came from. The chief already prepared a case sheet. Let me send it to you right now. He wants you to submit it as soon as you think you got it. Take a look around and talk to Benny's staff. Maybe that will get us closer to our answer. Got it? Oh, and one more thing. We're still missing an important piece of the puzzle. We didn't find the bullet yet. Let me know if you do. Alright, I'm on it. Bullet. Okay, so what do we have here? The shot was fired from the hotel. Adel or Sakura Hotel or the casino Rocket Tower. Okay, let me get my coffee. Let me move on. Right back. Well, I am a coffeeholic, so I'm gonna have my 3 cups of coffee a day. Okay. Press H to toggle outline. Objects with yellow outlines can be interacted with, but with orange outlines have something to tell you. Objects with blue outlines hold new information when examined. Well, cheers then! No, Colorian. Oh, no cookies for you then, Colorian. Gray outlines mean that you currently have nothing new to learn from that person or object. Progress, people and objects you already interact with might hold new information. The bullet disappeared into the wall right behind this closet. It's locked. The Sakura Hotel looks like a fancy place even at a distance, maybe 150 meters away. Foreign Minister Benny, as dead as he gets, clean headshots. A casino. Pretty noisy place, might help disguise the sound of a gunshot about 200 meters away. Rocket Tower, it houses some multimedia conglomerate about 300 meters away. A gated hotel, those are all over the city, 100 meters from here. See if you can talk to the person downstairs. Pass. Anything you investigate will be cataloged here, neatly organized by location. Clues. There are two things we haven't found yet. We have Banny, cupboard, and okay. Good evening. Laren, huh? Man, are you okay? Huh? Yes, we were just talking about our plans for breakfast, and then he... Were you close? Yeah, I've been working for him for a long time. Sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss. Are we safe here? What if the sniper comes back? The sniper is long gone. They had a clear target. You're not in danger. For a second I thought he just tripped. Then I saw... Do you remember the way he fell? I was standing to his right and he fell away from me. Do you think the shot came from one of the buildings on the right? I guess so. I just stood there and stared at him. Then Smith came and pulled me inside. Thank you. Who has the key for the cupboard? One more thing. Do you know who has the key for the cupboard on the second floor? I don't have it. Maybe the bodyguards do. That's all. People are on the way to keep you company. They should be here soon. Okay. Hello, Neil Conrad, CDI. Are you Mr. Benny? Smith. We already talked to your colleagues. I know, but I need your help with something. Do you know where I can find a key to the cupboard upstairs? Or would you need to look in there? I think it contains an important piece of evidence. I would prefer if you didn't mess with anything before Drovian authorities arrive. Drovian authorities? We prefer this to be handled by our own people. The sniper will surely be off planet by the time that happens. We'll share our findings with them anyway, I promise. Oh, like you promised to protect Mr. Benny? I understand you're upset. We'll take full responsibility for this when the time comes. You will, huh? What will the punishment be? A promotion? It's okay, Eddie. We don't have to fight. It's only convenient for Gara that one of the champions for Deviant Independence is out of the picture. Please calm down, sir. Please calm down. We're all on the same side here. I understand how you feel, but the perp is still out there. We need to get them quickly. If they have another target, we need to find out now. It'd be too hard. Who else is pissing off your government? Please be reasonable. Please be reasonable. I'm not your enemy. Yes, you are. Listen, the assassin might be on the way to the next Drovian target right now. You can't do anything about that, but the CDI can. You decide if your personal grudges are more important to you than your people's safety. Just give him the key. It's not like there's anything in there. Fine, here's my keychain. This better lead to something. Much obliged. Douchebag. I'll let these guys sweet talk to you, Conrad. What is that thing? Arjan. Excuse me, sir. Are you with the CDI? I am, Neil Conrad. Pleased to meet you. I am Priest Arjan. I was Mr. Benny's spiritual advisor. Hello, Diggy. How you doing? I kindly ask that you let me take off Mr. Benny's jewelry. It's a very important part of the Sabian farewell ritual. We must free the dead from their worldly possessions so that they can safely cross over to the afterlife. It must be done before the soul has completely left the body, running out of time. I'll hand the jewelry over to the CDI right away. It has no value to me. I understand, but I can't have you moving the body. It's crucial evidence that can't be tampered with. Do you believe in something, Mr. Conrad? I'm somewhat of a nihilist. If that's what you're asking. Nihilist? But you're working for the CDI and defending the interests of the Garian state? Yeah, I'm just okie dokie, thank you. Listen, Mr. Arjan, I'm not here to discuss philosophical questions with you. Please, so be very careful when taking off the jury. I will make sure not to alter any of the evidence. Garian state likes to pride itself in its tolerance and liberty. This is your chance to prove to me that those are not just empty words. I'm sorry, but we can't take any chances here. If you want us to find the culprits, please stay away from the body. They are empty words after all. I pray for the corrupted Garian soul. Alright then, I'm sorry. Why can't I interact with that blue thing there? That's my question. Oh, I have to do the investigate. Two wooden spheres dubbed Bavas. Sabians used them when praying together. Do anything here? Young, look at this. Bullet was inside the cupboard, as we expected. Here it is. Good work. Hold on. Let me have a look. This kind of projectile usually doesn't go very far. We probably used a comparatively small rifle to better disguise the gunshot. Was fired from a distance of no more than 200 meters. I would say 250 tops. Good to know, thank you. By the way, I forgot something earlier. Yeah, you should now be able to submit the sheet I sent you. I don't know if you have all the evidence yet. But you're now able to send me your conclusions once you do. So, let's see here now. That's him. That one is 200. That's 150. So, me, and she said she stood to the right of Danny. So it seems like it should be from the Sakura Hotel. I mean, it could be the casino, but they said that probably would be pretty hard to get it in. So I would say it is the Sakura Hotel. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Everybody grayed out now. For a hotel, that's why I would say. Neil, I saw you submitted the sheet. Report back to Gary and ask him what to do next. I think you should get to the location. Got it. See you later. Report to Gary. I guess it's down there. Let's go around. Gary, any new findings? The bullet probably came from Sakura Hotel. Good job, Conrad. I'm sending Saito to lock the place down. Get over there. I'll catch up as soon as I can. Listen, about those bodyguards. Cut them some slack. Took some convincing, but they helped me find the bullet that killed Benny. Cut them some slack and question them tomorrow when the shock has worn off. Since when did you have a soft spot for drove-in extremists? I don't, but these are special circumstances. Anyway, you should get going. On my way.
It wasn't until I was on my way back to the train that I noticed the park's obscene size. The night was cool, and the Mansion District was probably the quietest place in the whole center. It was one of the last spots in the area where buildings hadn't been stacked on top of each other like toy blocks. My head was unusually clear, and to my surprise, I noticed that I was in a good mood. In retrospect, I believe that it stemmed from a sense of purpose driving me forward that night.
Neil, Yoon, what's up? Listen, Neil. Police just got an anonymous tip from Sakura Hotel. Whoever sent it to them didn't provide a lot of details. Just that they had been in contact with a suspicious person. Why so vague? I don't know, but it looks like you definitely got the right building. Thanks, young. Talk to you later. In we go. Bum, 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 bum. There's a way up there, exploring a little bit what we have here. Assume we need to go up that stairs. Downloading news. What an independent economy would mean. Quick feed article by Charles Fly. Let me just think about McFly. Okay, let's see. The possibility and potential consequences of an independent Drovia have been hotly debated in politics and the media lately. While many seem to be focused on the cultural and political dimensions, the real meat of the issue lies in its economics. The Garian colony, Drovia cannot freely trade with other colonies or planets. Instead, it is forced to export its raw materials, like the ever-important Telenium, to Gara under market value, which can then process or resells it at a profit. Yeah, exactly. We can fly back and forth a little bit. Big winners here are companies like the Gara-based mining giant Milex, but also Gara itself, whose hegemony over the solar system is somewhat dependent on its Telenium empire. If Drovia were to gain independence, it could start selling its Telenium to the highest bidder, which would spell massive economic damage for Gara and some of its biggest companies. Brain gain. Home plus upgrades. Invite change. Dating elite, huh? Get in line. Get going. Saito, good evening, Neil. Hey, Saito. Looks like you beat me here. Well, the rest of us use cars, you know. I know. Let me bring you up to speed. We locked down the hotel and told the staff that nobody can go in or out. Holloway is keeping an eye on everybody in the lobby. I flew a drone up to the highest room. Long said that's where the sniper might be. It's empty, lights out and no signs of life. Figured as much. Snipers don't usually stick around. I did see lights in the room below. Maybe the guest in there saw or heard something. I paid him a visit. The receptionist said that the sniper's room was rented out to a gentleman named Diaz. I got his ID chip number ready, currently running a city-wide search for it, but without success so far. Do we know what Diaz looks like? We don't have any surveillance cameras in the hotel. You know how it is. Rich people and their privacy. No, we don't know what he looks like, but maybe you can find out. I open a sheet. Let me send that to you. What did you tell staff? That we have reason to believe that a dangerous criminal escaped from the hotel. Good work. Let me know if you get a hit on our perp's ID. I'll be inside if you need me. Good luck. Benny's murderer. Receptionist. Good evening. Good evening, Neil Conrad, CDI. Could you answer a few questions? Naturally. Do you have any relevant information on Mr. Diaz for me? Anything suspicious? Nothing out of the ordinary. I sent all the information we have to your colleague. Payment info, ID number, those kinds of things. I see. I would like to have a look around Diaz's room. Do you have a universal key card or something? If it is absolutely necessary, yes. It is. Here you go, sir. But please be careful not to disturb any of our guests at this late hour. Thanks. I will. Gary. Good evening, Agent Long, CDI. Hey, Gary. Got the key card. Let's have a look at Diaz's room. Alright, let's get up there. Please keep it down in the corridors if possible, and mind the carpets. What the heck? I'm watching the witnesses while you're upstairs. Mrs. Norton, what the? They come Amway with the CDI. And I'm the CEO of Norton Robotics. That just made me instantly think about Norton Antivirus instead, and then it's like, shoot them all. Neil, I'm serious. We're Agent Conrad and Agent Long with the CDI. I'm also serious. I'm Clarissa Norton, CEO of Norton Robotics. Oh. Didn't the CDI teach you to knock first? We're in the middle of a high-profile investigation. Manners still matter. On that note, would you mind calling off your armed drone? Fine, please make yourself comfortable. Gary, we would rather stand. You need to answer a couple of questions. Mrs. Norton, everybody wants a piece of me these days. Make it quick, I'm a busy woman. Do you know your upstairs neighbor? Here in the hotel? I never saw him. But I heard him take a phone call in the corridor earlier, around 11 o'clock. 11 in the evening? The corridor? I believe he was pacing up and down the hall until the person he called picked up. Then he went to his room. Was it a live conversation, or did he get a recorded message from someone off planet? He spoke too, so it must have been a live conversation. What did he say? I don't know. I didn't pay much attention. He might not have spoken Hungarian at all. Anything else? Make it quick, I'm a busy woman. Did you hear gunfire earlier? Gun? What kind of war zone is this? Answer the question, please. No, but now that you mention it, I heard some noise earlier, sometime between 1 and 2. I thought someone had popped the cork. Anything else? That's all, thanks. You're going to leave me alone now? I must still have to bring you in for questioning. But for now, please stay put and wait for further instructions. Of course, I'll stay. My tea isn't even cool enough to drink yet. Okay. Going in with the drone gun. An almost empty whiskey bottle. Pretty expensive one at that, judging by the receipt. Piece of paper. It's empty except for a strange hand-drawn symbol in the middle. Might be relevant. Fancy bathtub. Maybe the perp used it. We should have the whole bathroom checked for DNA. Can flush. Aww. Hey Gary, could you come over for a second? Gary, did you find something? I'm pretty sure a piece of the window should be a panel, right? Any spelling there? Window pane of what's cut out and put back in. Judging from the blue residue, they used a pocket laser cutting device. You think the sniper could have fired from there? It's possible. It would have to be a really good shot, though. Also saw a tiny blood stain on the carpet below. Maybe the perp cut himself when he handled a piece of glass. Good work. I'll go back to my post and call the DNA guys. Let me know when you're done. Okay, so we go here, check the sheet. What the heck? Yeah. Well, that's the only parts we can see here. Seem to be anything more here. Nope. I think we're done up here. Let's go downstairs. A couple of potential witnesses are waiting in the lobby. We really need to track that Diaz guy down. Maybe one of them has seen him leave or even spoken to him. Go ahead and question them. We should also have a look around. No crime scene, but you never know where you will find a clue. I'll be waiting at the reception. Come talk to me once you think we are done with this place. Dun, dun. Hope you found what you're looking for. So do I. Right though, anything new? Well, I'll try to find out how Diaz escaped from the hotel. Danny was shot at 1:39. I suppose that Diaz left shortly after that, probably between 1:45 and 2:15. So we have an idea when he left. The big question right now is how. There's a functioning ID scanner at the door that only picked him up once when he arrived. It means that he can't have left through the front door. Could he still be here? No, I had my drone scan the whole building for his ID twice already. He must have gone out through the back door, but you don't get far that way by foot. My fear is that he was picked up by a getaway driver in the backyard. There's a vehicle tracker on the launch pad that scans each car at the exact time it lands there. Cars aren't allowed to stick around for long on the launch pad. Just meant for quick deliveries and pickups. Here's the thing, I went to ask the guard to pull the data for me a couple of minutes ago. He said someone had turned it off earlier tonight. Swore it wasn't him and that he hadn't noticed. We have to find out who it was. We confront whoever helped Diaz get away. You want to find out where he went. I'm sending a sheet to yourself. Submit it as soon as you think you know who disabled the tracker. Maybe the traffic data will still help, even though parts are missing. That your AR module can read it directly from the scanner on the launch pad. Roger that. So we have another sheet. Okay. Let's have a little chat with the receptionist then. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question? Happy to help. Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? Nope, I was fast asleep until I called down to the lobby. I have my own room upstairs. Your own room? You live here? Mostly yes. Thank you. Hope you help. What does Diaz look like? Do you know what Mr. Diaz looks like? Unfortunately, I never met him. The reception wasn't occupied when he checked in last night. He used our electronic check-in service. Thank you. Happy to help. But a vehicle tracker. My colleague said that the guard is in charge of the vehicle tracker in the backyard. Is that correct? Yes, Mrs. Smith. Is the tracker ever turned off? Turned off? No, it operates around the clock. It doesn't usually break or have hiccups of any sort. I don't think so. It was installed the day before yesterday. Can't imagine that it's already acting up. But Mrs. Smith can certainly answer your questions about the tracking in more detail. He's usually not in contact with our clients. I apologize if he appears untrained. Thank you. That's all for now. So none of these. That's just agents. Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? Have you met Mr. Diaz? Diaz, the guest from the 8th floor? I think I talked to him yesterday. He was having a late night drink at the bar after he arrived. I was packing up my things when he went to his room. I asked him about the viola he was carrying. Quite an expensive model, I have to say. Did he show it? The viola, huh? Did he show it to you? No, he kept it in its case. He generally wasn't the talkative type. What does he look like? He's a redhead with a beard. Okay. So, redhead and a beard. Thank you. How can I help you? Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? I was right here all night, but I really didn't pay attention to that. Sorry. He gave a concert earlier and I kept playing for the people that stuck around. Thank you. That's all for now. So that means Red? The beard is red. Alright. Well, we don't know if the beard is red though. Just that he has a beard. We can only assume it's red. But we didn't actually get an... Usually if there's a redhead... No. Would doubt it would be blonde, but you never know. A cut arm, oh yeah, viola case. But this should probably be, but we can't submit it yet. Excuse me, madam, could I ask you a few questions? Okay, bartender, huh? Okay. Have you ever met Mr. Diaz? Diaz? Doesn't ring a bell. Don't think he ever came to my bar. Huh. I have another question, okay? Do you see anybody leave between one... Okay. Pick that one. Do you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? Nope. I was back in the kitchen cleaning some glasses. Had lots of dishes to do after the concert tonight. Can I go now? I have a young boy at home and the city can't stay much longer. I'm sorry, but the hotel is on lockdown until further notice. So, you might want to give them a call. But be a while until you can leave. Thank you. That's all for now. So he said... There's a little bit of conflicting... But that was when he arrived. Okay, yeah. Well, that matches up, I guess. Evening, could you answer a few questions? I heard that the vehicle tracker was turned off tonight. Do you happen to know why that is? No idea really. Supposed to be running around the clock. Sure it was turned off and didn't just malfunction? Pretty sure. It said it was offline. I just turned it back on and it seemed to be running fine now. Plus it's only been there for 2 days. A good brand though, too. Can it be turned on and off or from anywhere other than this booth right here? No. And it's just been you here all night, nobody else? Well, sometimes I take a break. I usually ask Felicia or Bern to take over and keep an eye on everything. Lisa or Bern, huh? Felicia or Bern? Felicia's a bartender, the one who won't shut up about the stupid kid. Bern's a pianist. Did they take over for you tonight? Yeah, let me think. Felicia 22, Bern at 0:45, both for about 50 minutes. I would say it would be the pianists, because if it was Felicia and he came back and the guard came back at 22, he would have noticed that it didn't work. If it's burned, that might be that. Kind of weird that he would like not notice it though, but that would be both of about 50 minutes. I would say it's the pianist. In a way, but it can. Because if it was at 22. Yeah, but you know, the shot happened at that time, so he would have left at that period of time though, between 1 and 2. So he would have noticed the one at 10 though. So Felicia was the first one. But he told us about Felicia is too early in the evening, I think. I mean, the guard would have noticed that break. Because he would have been there from 22:15 all the way until next break. Thanks. You met Mr. Diaz? Yes? Who's that? I guess from the 8th floor. He arrived last night. No, I haven't talked to any guests in a while. Thanks. Have you seen anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? Yeah, so this is the thing though, because this is what the time they expect him to leave. Between 1:30 and 2:15. So it's a little bit weird that the guard didn't notice that the system didn't work though. But that also depends. Did they have any deliveries at all? Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? Or a car picking someone up? Could be. A bunch of people got picked up after the concert. But I'm more interested in people going in than out. I see. When was the concert over? Started 20:30. Took about 3 hours, but some people stuck around at the bar a little longer. So I don't think it can be the bartender, because that would be a weird time though. But it might be the guard who's the perp. Thanks. That's all for now. Here he is, the pianist. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No. Going for a smoke? Yep, might as well. Sound like you're going to keep us here for a while. Probably. Hey, I have a question. Do you always store your whiskey in the backyard? That's an expensive brand to just leave out here. Oh. Looks like they forgot to bring in part of tonight's shipment. I'll let the bartender know. Was the whiskey dropped off here by a car? Yeah, the alcohol often comes in pretty late. Do you remember when they landed tonight? No, wait, I do actually. I saw them arrive when I went back in after a break. It was precisely at 22:10. You sure about the time? Yeah, I was looking at my cell right at the moment because I got a message. Thank you. Well, then it is the bartender in that case, after all. Yeah, according to 2210, and she was between 22 and 2215. She was Alicia. So she seemed kind of guilty at the moment. Yeah, and he got a drink too, so... Excuse me, madam. Could I ask you a few questions? Okay. About the vehicle tracker. Vehicle tracker was turned off earlier, and I'm trying to find out why. Do you know anything about it? I heard that you briefly took over for the guard a while ago. I did, but why would I turn it off the tracker? I wouldn't even know how. Thank you. That's all for now. Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? The vehicle tracker. The vehicle tracker was turned off earlier tonight. I'm wondering if you might know something about it. You standing for the guard tonight? I did, just for a few minutes, and I touched nothing. The tracker still turned on while you were there? I really don't know. I just sat there until he came back. Thank you. That's all for now. So, I would say, I mean, it sounds like it is, but the thing is that it can easily be the guard who did it. But it sounds like it is the... She does have a kid, so that is true though. Because the guard even said that she can't shut up about the kid. And the pianist can be lying to us, you know? But she was out there when the crates came. But the thing is, yeah, well, it kind of seems to be her though, if you think about it, because it's kind of interesting though, because they kind of implies each other too. Because it has to be the bartender if it is with... Yeah, we go with the bartender. We'll see what happens. Excuse me, I'm afraid we have to have another chat. Really got to get home soon. I don't know if you have kids you got to take care of. God told me that you took over for him during his break at 2200. For that, no more vehicles were scanned on the launch pad. However, the guards said that people were picked up in their backyard all night. According to the pianist, there was a delivery shortly after 10, but there's no record of it. The tracker must have already been turned off. Care to explain what's going on here? I don't know what you're talking about. You won't be honest with me now? I'll have to take you in for questioning. What? No, I have to get home. Mr. Diaz is suspected of being involved in an interplanetary murder case. I don't have to tell you how serious it is to be complicit in something like that. Murder case? Shit, I don't know what he was up to, okay? It was about the money. Did he kill someone? Please tell me everything from the start. Yes, was having a ball last night. He offered me a drink. First, I thought he was going to hit on me. And he said he needed my help, that he was expecting a visit today, and that his visitor wanted to stay under the radar. He asked me if I could do him a favor and turn the car tracker off, offered me a bunch of money for it. I had to take it. I really needed it, okay? I didn't think it would do any harm. I assumed it was about a secret lover, maybe a famous one. Wouldn't be the first time around here. It's also pretty commonplace that our guests ask for special favors. This was a pretty small one, honestly. Then I saw Diaz leave tonight. He was picked up by a guy in a white van. I realized he had lied to me and I got cold feet. That's when I called in the anonymous tip. That was you. Why didn't you just say right away that he got away in a van? I don't know. I panicked, okay? I said he was suspicious and I hoped he would take it from there. Didn't want to implicate myself by drawing attention to the car. I see. A white van, huh? Did you catch any more details about the car or the driver? No, I'm sorry. What does Mr. Diaz look like? He's a skinny, tall guy with red hair and a red beard. Please, you have to understand, I didn't think it was a big deal. Can't tell anyone. I can barely make ends meet. I can't lose my job or go to jail. I have a son. I will think about it. Okay, can we do that one now? No, I can't submit this one though. What else was there here? I think I might know how our guy escaped. He bribed the bartender to turn off the vehicle tracker in the backyard. As she did that, a white van came to pick up Diaz. The bartender gave the anonymous tip to the police when she realized that Diaz had lied to her. Sounds like a risky plan, banking on the corporation and silence of a stranger like that. I think that part was improvised. The tracker was installed only 2 days ago. Don't you think she might have been an accomplice from the get-go? Unlikely. If she was, I don't think she would have called in a tip. Maybe, but we would have her arrested to be sure. Leave her be. Honestly, just leave her be. We got a bigger fish to fry. What are you talking about? She's clearly involved in this whole conspiracy, knowingly or not. She did something she thought was insignificant to make some extra money. Probably underpaid and she has a kid. Do we really want to risk her going to jail? You should have thought of that. Knowing makes us complicit. Could be breaking the law. Law and justice are not always the same thing. Gentlemen, been looking into that white van while you were talking. Vehicle matching the description passed by a nearby security camera at about the right time. Pretty sure that's it. I followed its trail. It's last scanned a few minutes ago and it seems to be parked now. Where? The lower layers just a few train stops away. Excellent work, Conrad. You go and check it out. Waiting for the chief here. He's on his way. Want to see this place for himself. I'll get back to your headquarters. More of help with the database at my fingertips. Copy that. I'll catch the next train and keep you posted. Can I... Why can't I do the sheet though? No, you're not gonna smoke, buddy. You're quitting. No, he doesn't need to. It's just there should be like a little twirling around saying that you can do something. So if you sit down, it doesn't make any difference. It's just it's still ongoing. I assume after when we get to the next place, we're gonna see. Seems like there has to be something else happening. I assume. Righto, hey Neil, did you find the van yet? Looking at it now, seems like they dumped it. Figures much. The dispatch team to your location will give you the van a thorough screening. Leave it behind and go after the perp now. Maybe he's still close. Be careful, I've been looking into Mr. Diaz some more. The ID seems to be completely fake. There's no record of it before he's checked into the hotel. Fake IDs are very hard to come by. You need a surgeon to put it in, and a very good hacker who injects it into the federal database. It's yet another sign that we're dealing with a big fish here, or more likely a bunch of them. Copy that. Thanks for the heads up. This must be the van we've been looking for. It has no license plates. "24-hour service." Punk, you don't look like you're here for the concert. I wish I was. Can I ask you a question? Did you see the person that landed the van over there? Do I look like a snitch to you? Do I look like police to you? Fair. If you're not a cop, what are you? Neil Conrad, CDI. Damn, CDI, that's even worse. Look, did you or did you not see the driver? I'm trying to find out where they went. I've only been out there for a minute. My dog needs to take a leak. I'm going back in. You're taking your dog to a concert? You appreciate good music. Are we done? You didn't see anything or anyone suspicious? Yeah. Look, man, everyone around here probably looks suspicious to you. If you want to do some actual good, have a look around down at the pier. My friend Rob keeps having trouble with his business. Some assholes climbing onto his boats, leave their shit behind, make a mess. That's maybe something to look into, but then you're not really interested in helping the community, are you? You have me all figured out. Have fun at the concert. What the... Okay. Welcome to the Port Bureau. Channel 3, what? B99118. Okay, time we go. Lock machine is bolt rental. What's with that fancy suit? Gonna buy cigarettes. Rope on this bollard seems to have been cut recently by a pocket laser. Excuse me, sir. Huh? Have you been here all night? Who's asking? Here, Conrad, CDI. I'm here investigating a case. CDI. Every time you're looking for a culprit, it's always down here, huh? We're all from the same city. Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. I noticed a rope over there that looks like it has been cut recently. Do you know anything about that? Did someone steal a boat? Did Rob call you here? Yes. Then you should talk to him. Rob! Someone's here about your boat. Oh, tell him to get up here. You heard him, man. Hey, that's the first time the cops have responded to my call. Had some punks vandalize one of my boats last month and nobody showed. You're gonna go with the truth here. I'm not with the police. Huh? Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm actually not with the police. Neil Conrad, CDI. CDI? What the hell are you doing here? I'm investigating a different case. You might be able to help me. What about you helping me? Why does the police ignore me and everyone I know? I don't know, but you have to listen to me. The man who stole your boat might be very dangerous. Help me find him, and you'll get your property back. When did he steal it? 3:40 now, a good hour ago. I heard the engine start and then Ed yelled something. Ed, the man down at the pier? Yeah, he wanted to stop the guy, but he's an old man, you know? I went out to see what's going on. The boat was already leaving the port. I see. How long had it been in this harbor prior to being stolen? For over a week. Wasn't booked a lot lately. Is there a way to track it? All boats that go in or out are picked up by a scanner at the port entrance. Port AI next door has the data. Maybe it will spit it out if you tell your law enforcement. Give it a try. What's your ship's ID? No idea. It's called Bertha. It's like, no idea. Just know the name of the boat, huh? Don't you have a record of that? I don't know what the hell you tell you. It's Bertha to me. Will that name show up in the system? No, but it's painted on the side. Do you know anything about the thief? No, except that he's probably a Sabian. What makes you think that? Because it was Sabians who vandalized my boat last month. Is that all you're basing this assumption on? Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Did you see the thief? No, but Ed saw him. Ed didn't seem to be keen on talking to me earlier. He's an old grump, that's for sure. Any chance you could convince him to help us out? Ha! Nobody tells Ed what to do. Least of all, you all upper folks. One of you bureaucrats chased him off out of his old harbor. He ever had any sympathy for you? That's where it ended, for sure. Sounds like there's something important to Ed, huh? Won't shut up about it, so you bring me my boat back or what? I'll do my best I can. If it turns up, I'll let you know. Port AI, welcome to the Port Bureau, visitor. What can I do for you? Show me the recent traffic data at this harbor. Access denied. Traffic data is not a matter of public record. I am Neil Conrad with the CDI. Scan my ID. Yanni. Welcome, Agent Neil Conrad. What can I do for you? Today's traffic data. Come on. Understood. Displaying traffic data. Anything else? That's all. Hey, any updates? Not yet, but maybe soon. I think our guy stole a boat. Boat? How would he do that? Maybe to avoid scanners, boats aren't tracked as closely as cars or pedestrians. Still, the boat should be easy enough to find. They are slow, and there are scanners at every port entrance. Problem is that I don't know the boat's ID yet, but I do have a record of the local traffic data on the screen right here. Traffic data again, huh? Do you know when the boat arrived or when it left? Approximately. I should be able to identify the right one on that list. Just give me a moment. Okay, send it to me via keypad as soon as you do, and I'll call you back if I find the boat. Will do. Talk to you in a minute. Second. Good point. I don't know. Let's hope we don't. Okay, so let's see. He said I have to check this. What did he say? Close. That doesn't say, tell me anything. Let's see. So about 240. So it could be. There's two ones then. Yeah, but there's two outgoing boats, one 239 and one 241. So it can be either of those two. So it is 220190. Yeah, he said about 240, but that means it can be 239 or 241. Or even the one before that even. So it's like we have three numbers. Let's say 309. Okay, keypad. So What? I could only type in one? Excuse me, sir. Your friend told me that you saw the person who stole the boat. What if I did? You could describe to me what you saw to help me track you down. You're a CDI, you said. That's correct. That means you're concerned with crimes, right? Like fraud and theft? Sometimes, yes. You also help out folks from around here? Yeah, for everyone. What do you ask? Look, I was thrown out of Lacuna Harbor the other day. When I bought this boat as a young man, it came with a spot there. Now the whole area is being turned upside down. Construction everywhere, richer folks moving in. First they tell us it's no big deal for us locals. 2 weeks ago, I'm landing my boat, they asked for money, new management, they say. Of course I didn't want to pay up, truth be told, I couldn't have anyway. Call the company, all I hear is lawyer gibberish, so I decided to go elsewhere. Look at this pitiful pier I've been staying at, not a single decent pub in sight. If you help me get my spot back, I'll tell you what I know. See what I can do. Fine, I'll try. I'll be damned, seems like things are finally looking up. Let's connect ourselves. You can call me as soon as you have my spot. Okay. Here's what you need to know. The spot was in Lacuna Harbor. Harbor, okay. Right next to the red herring. Okay. Red herring? It's a pub. The best one there is. I see. Very clever. That's where you'll find my friend Fred, the harbor master. Go talk to him. It's a few miles down the canal from here. A few miles? Can't you just tell me? This is really time sensitive. Nah, we have a deal. Like I said, you got to shoot my shot. Fine, but I have to wait a little. I'm following a hot trail right now. I don't like that I could only type in one number though. That's so silly. Got the ID you sent me and I found a boat. It's pretty far away from you at the moment. I'll send someone to have a look. If anything turns up, I'll let you know. In the meantime... Title? Hold on. I think I got a hit. A hit? Diaz ID chip. He got picked up just now. Not close to the boat you sent me, but I'm sure it's him. Diaz passed through a train station on foot. They got on a train? No, he was scanned at both exits. You're the closest agent to his current location. Get over there, stat. I'm sending reinforcements. How about that? And the boat? Let the other team worry about that. About it. You go after the sniper. Sending you the coordinates. Get on the train now. Thanks, I'll keep you updated. Yeah, he said to type in the ID, so that was the wrong boat, I would say. I probably should have taken the 241 but that's like impossible to know though. Well, I guess it depends what step or if a solution, really. Some news. An ad for a bar named Red Herring. It's at the harbor just past the train station. Let's read the news. Who is Joseph Benny? Everybody knows Joseph Andrew Benny as one of the figureheads in the push for Drovian independence. But what kind of person is he in private? What are his fears and concerns, his goals and needs? The Garian Gazette had a peek behind the curtain. Benny was born in the late 1700s in New Jiran. When his father started a new job in the mines of Sector 2, his family moved to Drovia, and after barely surviving his deadly collapse, relocated again to Sector 1. In interviews and in public discussions, Benny often emphasizes the exploitation his family has suffered at the hand of its colonial rulers. Like many other Sabian families, he says, they always struggle to make ends meet despite working hard and long hours. Benny usually fails to mention the Garian grant for Drovian talents that enabled him to study law and ultimately kicked off his career in politics. Grindel, get your hands off me! Officer Marquez, please stop resisting, man. What am I being arrested for? You have no right. I want to talk to my lawyer. You have a lawyer? Maybe? You don't know? Let's call him down to the station then, because that's where we are going. No, why are you wasting your time on me? There's a guy with a rifle around here. Miss Grindel, there isn't. Let's go. Hold on just a second. Neil Conrad, CDI. CDI? The Central Department of Investigation? Case leads me here. May I ask what's going on? I'm so glad you're here, sir. These two officers are making a grave mistake. The whole quarter should be locked down right now. There is a man with a rifle around here. This grin causes every week. Last time it was for a car that was too large for his parking spot. Before that, she called us on a street vendor because he was lurking outside the apartment block. He's been doing that for a long time. You're finally bringing her in for wasting our time. Sir, please, you're with the CGI. Your oath demands that you take me seriously. No, I don't recall an oath about Mrs. Grindel. Oh, you see I'm one of yours? You are CDI? No, I'm an upper. I don't belong down here. My husband was still alive. He had a nice place in the upper layers. He had sunlight and proper walls and no drug addicts lingering around the entrance. I've just fallen on hard times for a while. Enough. We've been living here for 12 years. Let's go. Sir, I swear I overheard some dangerous people. They have a gun and some important data or something. He killed somebody already. She said, is it done? And he said, he's dead. Could you tell me the story from the start, please? I was watching something online when I heard voices coming from the apartment next door. I was surprised. It's always so quiet that I wasn't even sure if someone lived there. It was a man and a woman. They seemed to be fighting about something. I wanted to make sure it wasn't domestic abuse, so I turned off my program and listened. You never know down here. What did they fight about? I can show you. And I got suspicious. I started recording them with myself. What? That's some violation of... Let's listen to it. The things they talked about. Did you send the logs to me? Yes, of course. Thanks. I would like to ask all of you to stay put until I've had a look at the conversation. You're wasting your time, but whatever. We'll wait. Dangerous people, Miss Grindle, huh? Man, they really did a number on your face, but I have to say, I kind of like the new look. I don't. Are you drunk? Man, I don't have to be drunk to have an opinion on your new face. Woman, but you smell like whiskey. What the hell happened to your arm? Cut myself. It doesn't matter. Wow, this idiot's... Oh, this hideout's really a shithole. I've only been staying here for a few days. Where is your violin? Funny, I gave the rifle to... Untellable... Dora, listen to me. We don't have much time. I passed by a scanner on my way here. They're probably on my tail already. Fuck, what were you thinking? You're still wearing the ID chip? Why didn't you go straight back to the headquarters to have it taken out? You're able to procure the data? Yeah, the old man didn't suspect a thing. Listen, you need to give it to me. The boss called and said there was a change of plan. Take care of the handover. Called the guy we are meeting and told him that I was coming instead of you. Seemed a bit pissed though. I think I woke him. Didn't expect him to be sleeping at 11. Are you out of your mind? They know your ID. They'll catch you for sure up there. I know the route you were going to take and know how to get on and off Jora's Plaza without being scammed. Let's see here. Jora's Plaza. Maybe if it's going to end up there. Why didn't the boss tell me about this? And why the fuck did we change plan? Oh, Sora. Took the boss after hit. He told me to come get you. No idea why they untellable groupie. What? Oh, poor Murphys. Oh. Come on, Sora. Give me the stick. We need to move now. The CDI could be here in a minute. Boyd? Is that his name? Boyd? You are untenable. Let me get my stuff. Give me the stick. Fine, here it is. Where are we going? You should split up right now. Keep your head down and wait for me to get in touch. Get to the untenable. Won't be able to track me if I... 8:30. Yep, exactly. Boyd, you're not making all this up, are you? Are you crazy? Of course not. Now let's get this mission over with. Come on. Be careful out there, okay? You're so close to getting out of it all. You too. What do you think of that conversation? I need to see that room they were in. Can you show me to it? Yeah, I knew there was something fishy. Follow me. Thank you. What's this about? What's going on? Might be important for a case I'm working on. What case? It's classified. This is where I live. The voices came from the right next door. Thank you. Watch my back, officers. Hello? Anyone home? TDI, open up. You're surrounded. Come out with your hands on your head. I don't think there's anybody. Shh. You're not coming out. I'm opening your door on the count of 3. 1, 2. Hey, you cheated. Everybody on your knees, hands on your heads. Come in. Clear. Please stay in the corridor, everybody. I will have a look around. The heck did he just pick up though? Found a key under the bedstand. Its tag says apartment 9. Okay. Excuse me, Miss Grindle. I found this key here. Any idea where it might belong? Oh, really? Let me take a look at that tag. Apartment 9, huh? For an apartment in this building, but they changed the way the rooms are numbered. The tag belongs to the old system. My apartment number used to be number 4. The one you searched was number 5. There's a floor plan over there. Maybe you can make sense of it. Thank you. Conrad, what's going on? Hey Gary, we just got really lucky. I think that Mrs. Grindle over there called the cops on our guy. Looks like his real name is Boyd. We met a woman named Zora in this apartment here. I have parts of a recorded conversation between the two. I'm sending it to you now. Where did you get that? Let's just say Mrs. Grindle is very interested in her neighborhood. What I understand, the woman stole some data from an old man and gave it to the sniper. He, in turn, is going to hand it over to an unknown third party at Juros Plaza at 8:30. Good job, Conrad. I'll immediately inform the chief. We'll have to intercept that handover. How would the sniper physically bring the data to someone, though? The only explanation I have for that is that it's tagged, that the network will pick it up as a leak. But that would mean that it's highly confidential data from the government. It's the best reason I can think of, but maybe they are just being extra careful. Hey, I found a key in the apartment the woman was hiding in. Belongs to another unit in this building. Maybe we'll find more answers there. You know which one it is? There's a number on it, but they changed the way the rooms are numbered. Miss Grindle said her apartment was 4, and then next to it was 5 in the old system. There's a floor plan right there on the wall. Go take a look at it. Maybe you can figure out the way the rooms used to be numbered. Call the chief, bring him up to speed. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 then? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Must be this one over here then. It's the one up there, but I was can't get up there. In a way that I don't have that one yet. I think there must be some other way to get up there.
I felt sorry for the old lady. Descending through the layers was easy these days if you didn't have one of the few jobs that still existed. Basic income wasn't enough for most people, even around here where living was relatively cheap. Although somehow our economy had never been more productive.
We might have found a way around. Let's see, where are we now? Okay, we need to... There we go. Yeah, no, I saw there was like a way. Uh-oh. Hold on, I'll get you out of this. Is anyone else here? What are you going to do to me? Are you with her? My name is Neil Conrad. I'm with the CDI. Oh, fuck. Please, I need water. Of course. There you go. What's your name? Lila. Are you hurt? I don't think so. Just very sore. My wrist burned like fire. Alright, Lila. You're safe now. Let me call you a doctor. Right. The medical team is on its way. Can you tell me what happened from the start? Yeah, okay, fuck. She was in here. She looked almost exactly like me. A woman was in here? Is this your apartment? Yes, I tried to fight, but she was so incredibly strong. It was like looking in the mirror, like I had a twin. She must have had some surgery to look like me. When did this happen? I came home from a client too, maybe 3 days ago. She was already in here. Turned on the light and I saw myself sitting right over there. Barely had time to react. She jumped me so quickly. She must have some augments or something. Any idea why this happened to you? Why would she try to impersonate you? I've been racking my brain about that. Is there anyone she might be trying to get close to? I don't think I know anyone important except for my clients, maybe. Your clients? I'm making money on the side at an escort agency. Oh. So you, I'm not a whore, if that's what you're asking. I mostly just dress well and go to dinner parties. We only have high-profile customers. I'm a student, and it's a good way to pay the bills. Maybe she was trying to get close to one of your clients, then. You think? I mean, it could be. Missed an appointment while I was tied up. I thought my boss would come looking for me, but nobody showed. You think she went to him? Oh no, what if she did something bad to him? You can testify that I've been in here all this time, right? Don't worry, you're not a suspect. Who was the client? A public official or something. I don't recall his name. He wanted me to spend a night at his place. My boss said he was a regular customer, but I have never met him. Do you have any more data on him? Name? Address? It was a call on my cell, but the woman took it. I see. Is there any other way to find the client's data? We might be on something here. My boss at the Lotus Escort Agency has all of it. It's just around the corner. Don't leave me alone right now. What if she comes back? I'm staying here until reinforcements arrive. You won't be left alone. Knock, knock. Hey, Gary. Lila, this is my partner, Agent Long. Gary, could you keep an eye on Lila over here for a minute? I need to follow a lead to her employer. I'll explain everything later, okay? Babysitting duty, huh? Alright, I guess. Nice to meet you, man. Lila, how do I find the escort agency? Let's go all the way up to the roof of this building. We'll end up on the next highest layer. Take a right. Can't miss it. Thank you. Hello, sir. Excuse me. Closed. We're closed. Not a customer. Neil Conrad, CDI. Good morning. That's a surprise. What leads you here? One of your employees, Lila. Lila, a sweet girl, nice and reliable. When did you last see her? In a while. Yes, relay orders to her as they come in. Sometimes she doesn't accept, mostly she does. The client she had this week, I need to find out more about him for a case. Okay, did he do something to her? Can't tell you. Can you give me his name and contact details? Oh, Mr. Conrad, I would love to help, really. But it's very important that we protect our client's privacy. Sure you understand, I can't risk my business like that. Please be reasonable. This is a serious matter. Hey, Mr. Conrad, I have a proposition to make. I'm putting my business at risk by helping you, but you can help me make up for the damage. There's another issue that puts me in a very uncomfortable spot right now. One of my employees has quit on me despite her contract running for a few more months. I told her I needed her and she's already accepted several offers over the next few weeks. We have a reputation to uphold. Our clients would be really upset if we cancel their appointment. Those are all high-class people relying on our services. I told the local police already and they wouldn't listen to me. But yeah, you have the contract right here, see? Signed and everything. We can get her to fulfill her duties, at least the appointments she already confirmed. Then I guess I could help you too. Did she say why she wouldn't do it anymore? You ask her. She said she's quitting and she's been ignoring me ever since. How about it, Mr. Conrad? I talked to her. What's her name? Sheila Nowak. See what I can do, but even if she doesn't come back, you're helping me for trying. Okay, fair enough. Tell her we are good if she goes to the client she's already agreed to. Maybe she will listen to you and don't mind her family. They're weird folks. Deviants. The unit is just below us. The fastest way down is through that big apartment building. You're back down at the train station, you've gone too far. And the wrong direction. Back soon, please stay put. Let's go down this one. Guess not. Or do I have to go all the way around? Oh, I have to go all the way around. Meh. He said. What is that right below us? Good evening. Sorry for the intrusion. My name is Neil Conrad. I'm with the CDI. I'm looking for Sheila Nowak. Is she here? What do you want from her? I would like to tell her that myself. I won't just let some foreigner talk to my sister. Tell me what you want. I showed you my badge. I'm not some foreigner. I'm an agent of the state. That Thompson guy sent you. You're wasting your time. You don't want to go back to him. I'll make sure of that. All right, Antonio. Let me talk to him. I can handle that myself. You won't go back to that scumbag. Don't let him intimidate you. You mind leaving us alone for a minute, Antonio? Sorry for my brother. He's just trying to help. Don't worry about it. So, what do you want from me? As your brother already assumed, Mr. Thompson from the Lotus agency asked me to pay you a visit. That's so. You told me that you refused to meet your contractual obligations. And you trying to force me to go back? I want you to work for him. I'd like to know why you won't work for him anymore. What if I go back inside and refuse to talk to you? And Mr. Thompson will probably try to sue you. Listen, I'm happy to help you if Thompson is forcing you into something. No, he would never do that. Sure, he can be a little annoying, but he's certainly not forcing any of the girls into anything. Listen, I want to study space engineering on females, but I can't afford the fees. As a Drovian immigrant without a degree, it's hard to find a good job on Gara. That's why I have been working for Thompson, but now I have all the money I need. Thompson told me you confirmed several appointments for the following weeks. Why did you do that? Wasn't it obvious that you would have saved enough by now? That? None of your business. We'll find out some way. We'll find out one way or another. You're better off if you tell me now. You didn't do anything that is against the law. Alright, then tell me. I got a call from a woman a few weeks ago. She didn't tell me her name. She promised me a large amount of money if I canceled all my appointments for the next 2 weeks. It was so much that I don't have to go back to Thompson at all, actually. You didn't find that suspicious? Suspicious? No, I assumed that some jealous partner was behind it. Wouldn't be the first time. You said she wanted you to cancel all your appointments in the next 2 weeks. Which ones were that? Only one yesterday. I got my friend Leela to fill in for me. Leela, huh? Who is the client you were to see? The regular. I've been going to his place every month for at least a year now. Is he someone important? Why do you ask? I'm sure it was some jealousy thing. Please tell me who that client is. I don't think I can do that. Thompson will kill me if I give out the names of our customers. It would be really important for me to know. Maybe he is in danger. Okay, I'll tell you if you promise you won't force me to go back to Thompson. You did sign a contract. You have to understand, it's always been my dream to study space engineering, but my parents... Suppose you know that Sabians have their own version of science. My parents catch wind of my plans to go to a non-Sabian university. They'll try everything to stop me. That's why I need to do it secretly. Antoni helped me prepare everything without them noticing. The ship to Phoenix leaves tomorrow morning. Okay, alright. Alright then, I'll try to convince Thompson to leave you alone. Thank you so much. You want to know the regular customer's name, right? His name is Liam Campbell. He lives in the center. Okay. Liam. Alright. Do you know his exact address? Rumpelt. 144 Rumpelt Avenue. I hope he's alright. He's become kind of a friend. Pretty sure he's fine. Thank you and good luck at university.
Liam Campbell. Liam fucking Campbell. It had taken a moment until it clicked because I never called him that. To me and the rest of my division, he was just the chief. That's who the woman had tried to get close to. The director of national security at the CDI. My boss. Now what? Should I follow the chain of command and tell Gary? The chief probably wasn't too keen on everybody finding out about his habit. Maybe I should talk to him first. Then again, it might be too important for the case to be kept secret.
Okay. So how did it go? I'm sorry, but Sheila won't come back. Mr. Conrad, I am sure you're joking. I'm not. She's not coming back. She signed the contract. I thought you were supposed to enforce the law. Listen, Mr. Thompson. Is there a great opportunity for her? You shouldn't stand in her way. What opportunity? You got accepted to university. You never told me that, and I'm certainly very happy for her. But I can't let her ruin my business. Certainly by the interior, you make good money with your agency. Sure you can tough it out. Conrad, you're asking a lot. I'm sure I can rely on you. You're a good boss, aren't you? Alright, you win. Cops won't answer my calls anyway. As I promised, I'll tell you the client's name. That's alright, I actually don't need it anymore. Well, alright then. Oh, excuse me, I need to go through some paperwork. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Still kind of weird that we couldn't do anything with that one, because we know all this information. Hey Gary, sorry about being short with you earlier. I had to follow an important lead. Was it worth it? It was. Let me fill you in. Apparently, the woman that tied up Lila had some procedure done to look very similar to her. Like she's impersonated her to get close to a customer. Lila told me as much. We had a little chat earlier. I'm almost positive that the client is the old man the impersonator stole the data from. The customer originally booked a different girl, but then someone paid her to cancel the appointment. Wait, why go through the trouble? Why not impersonate the original girl? I guess because she's his go-to. He knows her too well and he would have noticed it's not her. How did he know that he would pick an alternative and not cancel altogether? Maybe that's what he did in the past. Like I said, he's a regular. And how did they know it would be Lila? I don't think they did. The sniper said something about the woman's new appearance. Maybe they changed the looks after the appointment had already been accepted. And it healed within a few days. That kind of tech is rare. How is any of this connected to our case other than the perp talking to that woman? I'm trying to wrap my head around that. It seems like an entirely different operation. Any idea who the escort agency's customer is? I'm telling. Here's the kicker. I think it's our chief. What? The customer's name is Liam Campbell. His address is in the right area. I need to call HQ immediately. When did she meet him? 2 days ago, I think. Alright, listen up. Meet me back at HQ in half an hour. Let's go over all the facts again and get ready to intervene in that handover. I'll have Saito look into the owner of the hideout apartment. Let's sort the rest out later. Catching the sniper remains our top priority. Copy that. See you at HQ.
As I was making my way back down through the maze of Matuna's living quarters, I tried to untangle the threads of the conspiracy before me. Every detail I uncovered seemed to open up a number of new questions. What exactly was the connection between the stolen data and Banny's murder? It felt like there was a bigger plan underneath, like we were just scratching the surface.
Hi, Neil. You checked the boat with ID you sent me. Its name is Seize the Day, not Berta. It's a pretty big yacht. Is it possible that you picked the wrong ID? Maybe. The data from the port area was kind of confusing. Hey, listen, our perp got scanned passing through the train station ahead of you. Pretty sure that he landed the boat in the harbor on the other side. You should go and see for yourself. Gotcha. The mate is you couldn't go back that way. Interesting. Harry. Sir, may I ask what you're doing at Matuna Harbor? Don't think I've seen you before. Good evening, sir. I'm Neil Conrad, CDI. CDI? Holy moly, that's unexpected. My name's Harry Truff. I'm with TSW. Can I help you? Can I take a look around the harbor? I'm looking for a boat that could be important for my case. I'm sorry, but TSW only allows club members and registered guests down at the pier. Well, what about law enforcement? Right, if you can tell me the ID of a specific boat you're investigating, I'm allowed to let you in. I see, man. Will I get back to you? So, since we got that wrong, we can go and check the... I'd like to ask you a couple more questions, if that's alright. How long have you been working today? It's supposed to be my week off, actually. 3 o'clock this morning, I got a call. Boss telling me Greg feels sick. Had to fill in for him. So much for my vacation. Boss didn't even apologize. Did you see any incoming boats since you arrived? Nope, no boats since I got here. Seems to be a quiet night. Do you know where your sick colleague is? I would like to talk to him as well. I was already gone when I arrived, but I think that he's at the restroom at the Red Herring. Thank you. Wait, are you new here? Never seen you before. Yep, just passing through. A case leads me here. Cop, huh? If you're looking for traffickers, you're in the wrong place. Just honest to God sailors here. Do you have a boat in this harbor? Of course, it's down at the pier, the Samara. Hey, you mind helping me out with a cigarette? Sure. Sure, here you go. So, thanks for the ciggy. Beautiful weather tonight. You can almost see some stars through the layers. Been sitting outside all night. You used to be better though. See those new apartment blocks they're building? Same company that bought the harbor. TS something. Forced me to buy an expensive tracking ID device from a boat. Now they want me to get a new engine. That's not the regulation, they say. Tell you, they don't want us lowers here. Listen, I'm sympathetic to your... Yeah, I get it, not your fault, you're busy, I know. Thanks again for the cigarette. Let me know if I can do something for you. Actually, there is something. I'm looking for the ID of a boat that arrived here earlier. Any chance you could help me with that? What do you need that for? For a case. The guard won't let me down the pier if I don't tell him the exact ID. The TSW guy, he likes to harp on about all these new rules. If it's for a case, I'm telling you right now, I won't throw any of my friends here under the bus. Sure, the guy I'm after isn't one of your friends. You know the name of the boat you're looking for? Yes, I do. It's called? What's it? It was Bertha, right? Yes. Bertha. Never heard of it. Tell you what, I'll go down and have a look at it and see ID. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, so there was the one in the middle of those numbers. Alright, I got your ID. It's 220190. Thanks a lot. Have a nice night. I'm supposed to talk to this fella. Excuse me, sir. Do you know a guy called Ed? Ed? You mean Silver Tongue Ed? Oh, of course I do. Lived here for 40 years. We often had a ring together upstairs. Jimmy got kicked out when TSW started asking for rent. I met him earlier. He told me he misses his old spot. How would it cost to rent it for him again? What? Are you going to pay it for him? Ha! Anything you uppers were good for anything. It's $50 a month, $500 for a year. Pay for it. Alright, I'll rent a spot for a year then. Done. Looking forward to having the old geezer back. You can tell him he can come back next month. But I'm honestly not sure how long it will take them to boot him for another reason. TSW is more interested in renting spots to tourists than private jets. Hello? Neil Conrad here. What? Who is this? Neil Conrad, I'm the CDI agent. We spoke earlier? I don't know, no CDI agent. You asked me to help you with your old spot at Matuna Harbor. I arranged it. You're good to come back. What? Look, if you're making fun of me, I'm not. You can return next month. I paid for a year. I'll send you the contract. Ah, today seems to be my lucky day. Thank you, sir. You heard that, old lady? We're going back. How about in return you tell me all you know about that guy who stole your friend's boat? Right. Knows the fella when he started the motor. He cut the rope with a knife like it was butter. Those are big ass ropes, I tell you. Tough as bones. Do you see what the man looked like? Didn't catch a lot of details, but he was in a hurry to get away. But when he started speeding away, it fell right off his head. Must have been a hat after all. Could it have been a wig? Yeah, or a wig, whatever it was. He was bald underneath. Oh, okay. So he's not a redhead after all. That's why we couldn't do that thing. But he's bald. Are you sure of that? Yep, he said it was polished like a bowling ball. Great, thank you. Anything else you remember? Nope. Look, my thing aren't what they used to be, and neither is my memory. That's alright, you've been a great help. Have a nice day, Ed. Bet I will. Okay. Well, that was worth the money then. Harry, I told you I needed a boat ID to let you in. I know. The boat I'm looking for has the ID 220190. That's it. Yep, that's one here. Alright, come on through. Don't touch any other boats. Bertha? Sink full of bristly red hair. Looks like our guy shaved his entire beard off. Okay, so he doesn't have a beard anymore either. Pocket laser cutting device. It cuts, leave a blue residue. An open first aid kit. Some untangled bandages lie on top of the other contents. Okay, so we got some more clues. So that means, can we do this now or no? So, he's bald, but he still have a cut arm, and he is shaved. That's how it is right now, at least. Okay, so now we know a little bit more about how he looks like. Bartender. Mr. Conrad, this is Felicia, the bartender for Sakura Hotel. Paula gave me your cell info. Listen, I want to thank you for not telling anyone what I did. You're not going to snitch on me later, are you? Nope, you're good. I don't think you knew what you were doing. You know, I promise. Thank you. Listen, I remember something that might be helpful. Guess you were after? That Diaz guy? I think he had a bruise on his arm. I saw it when he was on his way to the van. His instrument fell down. He rushed to pick it up and he suddenly put his hand on his head. I saw a perfectly nasty cut between his wrist and elbow. It looked fresh. Thank you for letting me know. Give me a call if you remember anything else. Down here. No. Download some news. Wealth gap increase shows no sign of centrist. A new study at the Institute for Planetary Equality has concluded that both the wealth and income gaps between Gara's rich and poor has further increased since a similar study was published 5 years ago. The disparity between upper and lower layer citizens in Gara's center districts is especially striking. In 1834, ground-level inhabitants made on average approximately 20% of an upper's income, which decreased further to a little over 15% last year. The problem is only amplified by an accelerating gentrification process that is making affordable living space increasingly hard to come by in parts of the lower layers. Those who can afford to stay are often there by choice rather than necessity. A mix of artists, surveillance, skeptics, academics, and other small groups for whom the lower layers are their preferred living space. This is not to say that life for uppers is always easy. Studies also shown that the increasing disparities in COO pay to worker pay, 400 to 1, average percentage of income that goes to rent, 40%, and other metrics affect virtually all parts of society. Basement interrogation, second floor unit, third floor chief, fourth floor conference. Morning, Conrad. You're there, that means I'm going to run this way because I want to see. Saito, hey Neil. Hey Saito, good to see you. Yes, it really has me on edge. Yeah, me too. Chief, I wanted me to tell you that we invited two special guests. They're waiting for you in the conference room upstairs. Who? What? CEOs of Milex and Dyson Enterprises. They had dinner with Benny right before he was shot. Milex and Dyson, as in probably the biggest mining companies in the world. Honestly, you probably don't even need to say mining for that to be accurate. Holy shit, wish someone had told me earlier. Not exactly prepared for this. Sorry, I just got word from the chief. It reminds me, he also wants to talk to you after you have questioned them. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Well. Supposed to go up here. Good morning, gentlemen. I am Agent Neil Conrad. Dyson. Good morning, Mr. Conrad. Edward Dyson. Dyson Enterprises. Morning, Dan Kim, Milex. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's get this right to the point then. I have a busy day ahead of me. Yes, of course. Two of you had dinner with Mr. Banner last night, correct? Yes. And you're aware of what happened after he left? We were just told. It was terrible. Friday after upcoming negotiations, Benny were of most importance to our relationship with the Drovia. Not that you had any real interest in negotiating. What are you implying? I'm not implying anything. I was saying very clear that you only stand to gain from this tragedy. Benny dead, and the real hope for Drovian independence goes out of the window. It means we maintain the status quo where you already have all you want. That's preposterous. Was I or was I not at the negotiating table? If everything had been hunky-dory, I would have stayed on Milan. It doesn't change the fact that the only ones who will suffer from this will once again be the Drovian people. Oh, come on, as if you give a damn about the Drovian people. The only aspect of Drovian independence you care about is your prospect of selling palladium to whoever you want. Okay, you're competitors. This is a difficult situation, I get it. I'm mostly interested in last night. Let me think. What was the dinner about? Don't mind me asking, why were you at dinner with him in the first place? Mining business is an important pillar of the system-wide economy. We talk to politicians sometimes. So it was a lobbying thing, or was it just the three of you? That's the three of us and our staff. I wouldn't say lobbying necessarily. Really more of a social event. Of course, you sometimes talk business at those. I imagine you do, so were there important business things to talk about? Mostly save those for the trade summit, which I suppose will be cut short now without its protagonist. I see. Let me think. Did Mr. Benny seem strange last night? Maybe on edge or paranoid? Nope. I never met him before, so I wouldn't know what he's normally like. What about you, Mr. Dyson? I knew him quite well. We traveled here from Drovia on the same ship. He behaved normally last night, I would say. I see. Let me think. Did Mr. Benny have any enemies? Anyone who stands to gain from maintaining the status quo, I suppose? Oh yeah, or maybe anyone who is happy that all of Drovia will be really riled up over this. There was no real chance they would have gotten their independence from these negotiations anyway. But maybe now they will revolt and just take it. What about that? I don't think much about conspiracy theories, no. Nobody concrete? Maybe someone disgruntled or someone who overtly threatened him? Nope, but to be fair, veiled threats are much more common in politics anyway. Any veiled threats then? None that I'm aware of. Neither. I see. Alright, thank you for your time. Will you give me your cell contact? I might need to get back to you in case I have more questions. Why not? Of course, there you go. Aiden Conrad, good morning. Good morning, Chief. Doctor told me you want to talk to me? I do. Let's not beat around the bush. Can you long inform me about your suspicion that a hostile power recently tried to get close to me? Do you have any reliable proof of that? Didn't mean to expose you. Look, I didn't mean to expose you by telling him about... Didn't criticize your actions. Please answer my question. When a girl named Leela tied up in an apartment, she works for the Lotus escort agency. She was going to meet a man named Liam Campbell 2 days ago. That's why I thought, you know, I'll save you the headache. Yes, I am the client. What makes you think a hostile agent was involved? Seems like the woman who paid you a visit wasn't a real escort. He had a procedure done to look very similar to her. He also seems to be in contact with Benny's murderer. You have a recording of their conversation. Seems probable that she tried to take advantage of your connection to the escort agency. I see. Any idea what her objective might be? Did you notice anything suspicious when you met her? Nothing comes to mind. She didn't seem particularly interested in my professional life. Did anything go missing since she visited you? It sounds like you already have a suspicion. Up with it. I think I talked about some data she stole, I think from you. That's what the sniper is going to hand over at Joris Plaza? Exactly. I don't have any relevant data at home, except on my cell, of course. Maybe she got a chance to access your cell without you noticing? I will talk about that with my superiors. I understand. Look, sir. Can't help but notice that you're dissatisfied with my decision to talk to Adrian Long about your involvement. I should have called you. Admit that I could have called you first. At the time, I thought I was doing the right thing. Agent Long is my immediate superior, so I reported to him first. This has been a rough night for all of us. One more thing, Conrad. You didn't talk to a girl named Sheila Novak, did you? I did. She wanted to know if you were alright. I want to give her a call. She okay? Yeah, she's fine. Looks like she finally has all the money she needs to go to university. That's good to hear. You have to focus on the sniper now. The handover is taking place in less than 3 hours. Let's get down to the mission briefing. They're waiting for us. I was talking to those two CEOs. They don't seem to like each other very much. What did you expect? Top mining guy from Durovia and top mining guy from Gara. They're probably mortal enemies. I expected them to be less open about it. You would think that rich and influential folks would be more reserved. But the truth is, many of them are the most brazen, least classy individuals in the system. Now that we are complete, let's recap what we found out so far. The suspect goes by Diaz, but his real name seems to be Boyd. Still at large. He shot Benny around 1:39 this morning from the top floor of Sakura Hotel. Shortly after, he was picked up by an unknown accomplice who dropped him off at the lower layers. That's when he switched to a stolen boat as his second getaway vehicle. He docked it at Lacuna Harbor, where his ID was picked up nearby a train station. He then paid a woman called Zora a visit. He seemed to be involved in another scheme that might be linked to our case. Earlier this week, she attacked and tied up an escort girl named Lila Clark to temporarily assume her identity. He went to see an important client in his stead and stole some data from him. The sniper convinced her to give him the stick containing that data. He will pass it on to an unknown third party at Tourist Plaza at 0830. Our plan is to intervene and catch the sniper and his associates red-handed. We're going to place plainclothes agents in the cafes and snipers on the rooftops. The operation will be overseen by Agent Kumar, head of the response team. Conrad and I will be watching from the sidelines, ready to go in if. Tourist Plaza is a popular place with lots of breakfast joints. We'll be swarming with people. We have to be very careful not to endanger any civilians. Questions? How will we identify the sniper? Conrad has been collecting data on what he looks like. We have to rely on that. Do we have any details on the woman the sniper visited? Not really. She was surprised to see our perp. Seems like the meeting wasn't part of their original plan. I'm not sure if he lied to her to get the stick. If so, that it's possible that he's not planning on taking it to the handover at all. Alright then, Conrad, go ahead and submit that sheet on what the sniper looks like. Take your time to go over all the logs and evidence again. We only have one chance to get this right. Sit down. So he should be bald, cut arm, and shaved. Got the ship from Conrad, forwarding it to Agent Kumar now. Get ready. T-minus 9 seconds. Okay, nothing yet. Okay. Damn, it's more crowded out here than I expected. Speed, I think our sniper will get a clear shot. Let's hope we won't need them. Possible target from entrance C now at the fountain, still alone. If there was a match at entrance A, we'll follow up. Did I ever tell you the story how I joined the CDI? Yeah, you saved Mayor Glover's life when you were still a policeman. I wasn't on duty that day, but when I saw that guy pull out a gun, I didn't hesitate. That's what landed me a job at the CDI. Shit, I was so nervous when the chief invited me for an interview. Nothing had gotten me that nervous again in the 15 years since today. If we don't book this guy today, someone will have to take the fall for Benny's murder, and we are first in line. We'll find out soon enough. I always want to join the CDI, and It seemed like that ship had sailed already. Yet here I am. Going down in a second now. Let's focus. Be a day. Okay. Got him. Agent Kumar was going to make the arrest when the big guy jumped out of his chair. Started to make a run for it and the other one pulled a gun on me. Luckily I was already close enough to grab it. I think nobody got hurt. Excellent work. Did any of the other people running away strike you as suspicious? No, everybody only started moving when the gun discharged. Good. Let's bring them in and see what they have to say. Hey, Conrad. Good things come to good people. Matching description. Yay.
Once the adrenaline had worn off, the uncomfortable train seat and glaring sunlight were the only things stopping me from falling asleep. My implants had been injecting me with a substance keeping me alert and focused all night, and now I came crashing down hard. The confrontation at Joris Plaza had been hairier than expected, but catching the sniper and his associate was a huge win. I wondered if this was the beginning of the end of the case, or just its beginning. I finally got up at my stop and left the train, only to suddenly wake up in my seat again and realize it had been a dream. I decided to stand next to the door for the rest of the ride.